A Utah court has now changed part of the custody arrangement between Taylor Frankie Paul and Dakota Mortensen, but the moment getting the most attention is not only about parenting time, it is about a motorcycle, a 2-year-old child, and a judge's direct warning that something had to stop. During a July 8 custody hearing in Utah, Court Commissioner Russell Minus addressed a claim that Dakota Mortensen had transported his and Taylor Frankie Paul's young son Ever on a motorcycle during a custody exchange. The court's response was clear: Ever is now to be transported only in enclosed vehicles with age-appropriate safety measures. And that single order opened a wider window into how tense and closely watched this custody case has become. For verified entertainment updates without the rumors, subscribe to Startline Entertainment. The latest confirmed update is this: Taylor Frankie Paul's parenting time was expanded at the July 8 hearing. Her alternating weekends with Ever can now extend through Monday morning, giving her more time than the previous arrangement. At the same hearing, the court also reinforced an earlier order that neither Taylor nor Dakota should make disparaging remarks about the other on social media. That matters because this is no longer just a reality TV breakup story playing out online. It is a family court matter involving custody, protective orders, public allegations from both sides, and a child whose safety the court has repeatedly placed at the center of its decisions. Taylor Frankie Paul is best known to many viewers from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, the Hulu reality series that turned the #MomTalk world into a mainstream entertainment story. Dakota Mortensen is her former partner, and the two share their son, Ever. Their relationship has been part of public discussion for years, but in 2026, the attention became much more serious after police investigations, protective order filings, and the public release of old video from a 2023 altercation brought the conflict back into headlines. The July 8 hearing focused on parenting time, but the motorcycle issue quickly became one of the clearest moments from the proceeding. According to reporting from the hearing, Taylor's legal team raised concerns that Dakota had taken Ever on motorcycle rides, including through traffic. A photo was reportedly shown, and Commissioner Minus noted that the child was sitting in front of Dakota on the motorcycle and that his feet did not reach the footrests. The court's takeaway was not subtle: a 2-year-old should not be transported that way. The new order does not appear to be a broad ruling on every part of the custody case. It is a specific safety restriction: enclosed vehicles, age-appropriate restraints, and no more motorcycle rides with Ever. But symbolically, it shows how even a single custody exchange detail can become important when a court is already dealing with a high-conflict co-parenting situation. To understand why this moment became so significant, you have to go back to the earlier hearings. In March, Dakota Mortensen filed for a protective order against Taylor, and the custody arrangement shifted while the court reviewed the situation. In April, the court allowed Taylor supervised time with Ever, while the protective order issues remained active. Later, at the end of April, mutual protective orders were granted for both Taylor and Dakota, requiring them to keep distance from each other. That meant co-parenting had to continue under court supervision and strict boundaries. Then, on June 1st, there was another change. The court lifted mandatory supervision for Taylor's parenting time with Ever and gave her more regular access, including the same weekday each week without overnights and alternating weekends. Dakota remained the custodial parent for holidays. The July 8 hearing built on that earlier arrangement by extending Taylor's weekend time through Monday morning. That is the part Taylor's side appeared to welcome. People reported that a source close to Taylor said she was happy to see the court expand parent time and looked forward to continuing progress at the next hearing. But that is one side's reaction, not a full court statement about the entire case. The bigger confirmed picture is that the court is still balancing several concerns at once. Taylor has been seeking more time with her son. Dakota has raised concerns about safety. Taylor has also made allegations against Dakota. Both have been under public scrutiny because of allegations that each made against the other, and reporting has made clear that the conflict has been investigated from multiple directions. That is why the language matters. This is not a story where viewers should assume one person has been fully vindicated and the other has been fully blamed. It is a custody matter with allegations, protective orders, changing court arrangements, and public reporting that has shifted over time. The public backdrop became even more intense because of The Bachelorette. Taylor had already filmed a season of the ABC franchise, but in March, Disney Entertainment Television said the season would not move forward at that time after a newly released video from a 2023 incident surfaced. That decision was unusual because the season had already been filmed and was only days away from its planned premiere. The cancellation, or shelving, turned Taylor's family court issues into a much larger entertainment industry story. That same period also affected the secret lives of Mormon wives. Production on the show's 5th season was paused amid the public fallout and legal developments, and later reporting said the series would resume production without filming Taylor or Dakota for the remainder of that season. So the court case did not just affect their private lives, it affected 2 major reality TV properties connected to Taylor's public career. Still, the July 8th hearing was not about ratings, casting, or reality TV drama. It was about a child's schedule and safety. That is why the motorcycle issue cut through the noise. It was simple enough for the court to address directly, and it gave viewers a clearer view of how family court decisions are often made, not around viral narratives, but around specific conduct, specific risks, and specific orders. There is also a practical reason the court's wording stands out. Child passenger safety guidance in the United States emphasizes using the correct car seat or booster for a child's age and size, and Utah law includes requirements for child restraints for young passengers. Utah law also requires motorcycles carrying passengers on public highways to have passenger footrests unless the passenger is in a sidecar or enclosed cab. So when the court reportedly noted that Evers' feet did not reach the footrests and ordered enclosed vehicles with proper restraints, the concern was not just optics. It was tied to basic child transport safety. In recent days, Taylor has also addressed her voluntary stay in a treatment facility, saying publicly that she needed a reset for her mental health and that the decision was her choice. Because that part of the story involves health and family custody, it should be handled carefully. The confirmed point is that Taylor publicly described the stay as voluntary and tied to needing support. Viewers should not turn that into a diagnosis, a legal conclusion, or proof of anything beyond what has actually been stated. The same caution applies to claims from both Taylor and Dakota. They have each made serious allegations in public court-related contexts. Those claims should be described as allegations unless a court or official record has established them as fact. Some charges tied to older events have been addressed through the legal system, and some more recent allegations have not resulted in charges based on public reporting. But the current custody case remains about court-ordered parenting time, protective boundaries, and the best interests of the child. So what changed now? First, Taylor Frankie Paul gained additional parenting time with Ever, with alternating weekends now extending into Monday morning. Second, Dakota Mortensen was directly told not to transport Ever on a motorcycle, and the court ordered that Ever be transported in enclosed vehicles with appropriate safety measures. Third, the court reinforced that both parents must avoid disparaging each other online. And fourth, the case remains active and closely watched because it sits at the intersection of family court, reality television, and a public audience that has followed every development. The start line takeaway is that the motorcycle moment may be the headline, but the deeper story is about control, safety, and gradual court adjustments in a complicated custody case. Taylor's side can point to expanded parenting time as progress. Dakota's side can point to the court's safety restriction as a serious concern being addressed, but viewers should not overread either development as the final outcome. As of now, the clearest confirmed update is that Taylor has more time with Ever than she did under the prior arrangement, while the court has placed a firm transportation rule on Dakota after the motorcycle issue was raised. The unanswered question is what the next hearing will change, if anything, as the court continues to manage parenting time, safety concerns, and the public behavior of both parents. For now, the court's message was direct. The child's transportation has to change, the parenting schedule has been adjusted, and this case is still moving one hearing at a time.